So this exercise does a lot of things. What you'll need is a yoga block used sideways, or a ball about 4 to 6 inches in diameter, not too big. A foam roller is generally too big, and the reason it's too big is because we put this between here, and if it's too big, the back of the pelvis can't open properly. Okay, so the size of the ball is important because it affects the back of the pelvis. Won't get the full effect of what we're trying to do here. We're also using the tripod of the foot, so the center of the heel, knuckle of the big toe, knuckle of the little toe, so that tripod always has weight. Another way to think about the heel is that the heel is on 2 points, so not just the center of the heel, but there's a left and right, or inner and outer edge of the heel, and then the knuckle of the big toe, knuckle of the little toe, and there's a particular focus of feeling, not putting pressure in there, but feeling this inner edge of the heel, and the knuckle of the big toe as well. What that can do in this exercise is to help bias, improve internal rotation in the pelvis. So where the knees want to do this without actually moving inwards. So it's what's happening with the relationship between the pelvis and the femurs. This exercise does a lot of things. It strengthens the hell out of your quads. Very good for patellar tendinopathies, quadricep tendinopathies above the kneecap too, very, very useful. They aim to build this up to 5 minutes in one go, which can take a month, 2 months to do. So we want to do it in a graduated way. If you're doing it for tendons, you're doing 45-second holds to start with, and 4 lots of 45 seconds, and that can be done twice a day. The main reason this exercise is done, however, is to rearrange the rib cage and the pelvis. So most people have what's called a PEC pattern, a posterior exterior chain pattern, which means there's a dominance of the muscles on the back of the body, pushing the body first of all into extension where the hip wants to roll forward like this. It'd be weird for the body to live like this, so then it's got to arch and open up the ribs here, which take the ribs into an externally rotated position. The respiratory diaphragm that lives here like a dome, and the pelvic diaphragm that lives down the bottom here, they're ideally meant to face each other. But when the body's in this position where it's rolled forward, this is open back here, they actually face out like that, and the body will get a lot of issues because of that. It's an extension pattern the body can't get out of. Over time, what can happen with that pattern is that the center of gravity pushes forward like this, so it can actually hide some problems that people have with their spine. So the center of mass is too forward. It makes the rhomboids chronically tight, the neck chronically tight. The head comes forward to try to find an airway that's actually usable. There can be knee issues, foot issues, SIJ issues, lower back problems, difficulty engaging in the glutes, all sorts of things come from this pattern here. So there's things on my channel how to unwind the PEC pattern, and this exercise can do it very well as something that can sustain the changes that you make in the other exercises. So how we do it, I'll use a ball here. So you're against the wall, your feet against the wall, then you come out 1 foot length, and then the ball's not between your knees, a bit higher up, so it gets a better leverage for opening up the back of the pelvis, and for also the adductors having more of a sense of what's going on here, because we want the adductors to work a bit more. There's a little bit of a squeeze here. My feet are about my hip width, so I'm just not, if I'm too wide, the knees will have to come in like that. We definitely don't want that. And if the ball's too big, it won't get the result, but your knees will kind of feel like you're a cowboy out here. So we want that to be pretty much straight lines through your legs. Then from here, a really key part is that I tuck my pelvis under. So I scoop my pelvis under that way, as if I had a tail, and I'm tucking the tail between my legs here. So the pelvis goes underneath. So I can feel the PSIS points, the back of the pelvis against the lower back, needs to be against the wall. And what I feel right now is pretty much from here to my pelvis, all touching the wall. If you can't touch the wall with certain parts of your spine doing this, tuck a bit more if you can, and definitely from here we've got to sink as well, so that can make it a bit easier too, so we sink. So this height's pretty good to start off with. As low as you need to go is about that 90-degree angle here, so 90 degrees here, but this angle is a good place to start off with. So I'm keeping that contact, I'm aware of that contact of my back against the wall. Now I'm aware of my weight being in the tripod of the feet, but there's a bit more emphasis, maybe about 60% of the weight is in the heel. So I've got pressure on the knuckle of the big toe, knuckle of the little toe. but there's 60% weight in the heel. So what that does, it makes the body neurally connect and ground through the pelvis. I've got a little bit of a squeeze. I feel my quads working. And there's different positions you can start off with. You can have your arms here. And we're just aiming to relax the body. So breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. And we're just letting the breath be peaceful. We're letting the breath come and go as it needs to. But we're definitely not only mouth breathing. So that mouth breathing is in and out through the mouth. That's not good for anyone. So in through the nose, out through the mouth. For those who practice standing meditation, so the arms come up in this hold the tree position. So the hand is about the length of your own hand, between your hands. The center of the palm faces the center of the chest here. The elbows are lower than your wrists, so we're not up like this. And I've got all the requirements what I've just got, so I feel that the lower back of the pelvis, my spine touching the wall. I'm not pinned with my shoulders against the wall, definitely not that. We're letting them naturally come forward. And it's as if I've got a balloon in between my arms here, so it's a circular shape. The balloon is wanting to rise up, but my arms gently hold it down. At the same time, the balloon supports my arms, so I can use less pressure in my arms here. So I'm practicing to relax my shoulders, I'm practicing to relax my neck, and everything that I'm doing in this position is also aiding these things to happen too. Another version you can do. So if you feel you're getting tired, stand up, have a break for about 30 seconds, get back into the position, set it up like I've just done. Another version you can do is Qigong breathing here. So the arms come up about 45 degrees, so I'm not out to the side here, 45. A curve in the arms, the fingers are a little bit extended, so I'm not floppy, a little bit extended. It's like I'm gathering something here. Breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the mouth. Hands come down, then slowly turn open here. The whole time I'm doing this, I'm aware of keeping the pressure in the heels more so. Some focus on the inner edge of the foot too. And I'm just moving the arms with the speed of my breathing. So if you're breathing quite fast, your arms will move faster. So we can leave it at that. So it's an exercise that's helping to promote the ribs to inflate in a better way, not such an externally rotated pattern. As I do this, I don't want my back coming off the wall at all. If you feel like your back wants to come off the wall, usually the arms are too far to the side. So your arms come more to the front. And a mental exercise you can do is like you're picking up bowls of water and you're pouring the water down the very top of your head and it's washing through the inside of your body, relaxing. So where my hands are, my mind's following through about that level. And it's washing through the inside of my body, washing anything that feels toxic, feels negative. Washing through, relaxing the body as it moves. And then my hands go to here, but my awareness keeps going down to underneath my feet. So that's 3 variations. So you can do just the position, the hands just here, or you can bring them out to embrace the tree posture, which will enhance the strength in the shoulders, plus also the bit about a release tension in your shoulders and neck, and encourage the ribs to move in the right way and the breathing to go more diaphragmatic, or we can do the breathing this way as well. So it's a Qigong breathing.